Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. So I think it's fourth day. Hope you all are enjoying the sessions. So I request you all next to 3 hours, pay your full attention. If possible, please carry a pen and paper book. Uh, so I can promise you, if you pay attention, these 3 hours will be memorable for you and both of us. So we will be deep diving into the understanding relationships and the feelings in relationship. What kind of understanding helps us to ensure that feeling? So you might be hearing about right feeling many times from many facilitators. So let us understand now what this right feeling, when we can ensure this feeling in us, and how it helps us to live in harmony. So in relationships, many questions are coming. So in family, with the students, with others. So one request for everyone is that whatever the topic you are right now teaching, you have prepared yourself for years. Maybe you have done your PhD and your postdocs, or you taught for some time. Then you're able to think that how to teach the students in an innovative manner, and so on and so forth. This concept, since you are right now hearing, at least next 3 hours, I request everyone, please don't think that how I can teach this concept to student. Let us have the frame that what does it mean to me in my life. Once we get that principle in ours, and when we see that clarity in ourselves, you will teach these concepts 100 times much better than me, because you all people are much experienced senior teachers and so on and so forth. So I want to draw your attention to certain aspects of the reality. It's not that you don't know, but many things we know it, but somehow it is not coming in our life when it is required. So we'll reflect on those things. Let us ask ourselves the first question: what we mean by relationship? In Indian languages, we say sambandh. What do you mean by relationship? What is a goal in relationship? Let us understand with an example. If you see in nature, I'm taking two entities. One is a plant and the soil. If you see the relationship between plant and soil, plant takes the required minerals, water from the soil. And when it grows, it becomes tree. The tree, leaves of the tree help that soil to become much fertile. The roots of the tree hold that soil. It saves that soil from soil erosion. If you see the relationship between this tree and the soil, and we can see a very interesting fact. What is that? That this both are complement to each other. After this coming contact to each, both the entities are becoming better to compare to their previous state. If you see clearly here, you can clearly see here when we say relationship, the goal or what is we can see in nature is that mutually enriching. Both the parties are becoming better to compare to their previous state. What a beautiful phenomena, Now let's see in human relationships. What is the goal in any of relationship? See that mutual fulfillment is the goal, fulfilling for the both the parties. Once this two in this relationship, that if you see sambandh, the etymological meaning of this word is that संपूर्णता के अर्थ पे जो बंध है, the bond, in the context of or the aim of that complementariness, that completeness is that. Now let us reflect on our own life. Are we enjoying this mutual, this fulfillment, this ubeyasuk, fulfilling to each other in our relationships? On all these relationships with you and your children, your parents, you and your siblings, you and your teacher, you and your friend and the life partner, and you and your boss or you and your colleague, and larger society related relationships. all larger social institutions where we are related to directly. If you see human relationships broadly, you can see these are the 7 kinds of relationships. Now let us ask our life. Let us reflect on our life. At least next 3 hours, please don't think about anyone. In your life, which feeling is predominant? Is the left side feelings or the right side feelings? Which feeling, most of the time you are able to live with when you are interacting with the other person? Mostly, we can clearly see that, yes, we may see, we want to be, have these positive feelings like trust, respect, affection, care, guidance, reverence, glory, gratitude, love. However, we want these positive feelings, but unfortunately, we end up getting victim of these negative feelings. Why? Let us ask this question sincerely. Why we are not able to ensure this positive feeling in our every interaction with the other person, especially the people who are which are near dear and your closest relationships. Let us take an example. Think that you might be traveling in a train. You got seat and you're there. Some new person has come, a person that you don't know. He requests that, sir, can you please adjust? What would be our natural general reply? That we normally say that, sir, can't you see that there is no space? That how we can ask? Or you sit little relaxed way. But if you see that in the next stop, your close friend might have come, then what would be your reply? Now, you may choose to adjust little bit and you may request the other person, sir, can you please adjust? In next stop, think that someone who is very important to you, maybe your boss or your parents, come. Then what we do? You may get up and give the seat to them. In another situation, maybe your old friend, but right now you are not in good terms with him or her. What we do? You may not look at them. But if you see that in all the 4 cases, the need might be the same, but our behavior is changing from person to person. So the conclusion is that if you see now our behavior in day-to-day life, when you recognize the relationship with the other person, you will try to think of how to fulfill. ना संबंध को पहचान लिया तो पूरा करने के लिए सोच पाएंगे. But right now, are we able to recognize that I have the relationship with the other person? With that, now we can see that in our relationships, we need right understanding so that we have that feeling in ourselves, so that we can recognize the relationship with the other person, then think of how to fulfill the relationship. Right now, the problem in our relationships is that lack of this feeling, hence we are not able to recognize and fulfill. Let us explore what these terms mean for us. Hope everyone is with me. So when we say right feelings in relationships, in this course, in level 1, we are introducing the 9 foundational feelings in every self we have. And when we say in the previous session, Bhaiya is saying that there is expectations. The expectations are definite. What expectations? Expectations for this feeling between oneself and the other self. It is there. It is definite. Now, are we able to ensure live with this feeling or not? Why? Let's explore. I request everyone, this session will be more valuable next session if you're able to take 1 or 2 primary relationships, the closest relationships, Then we'll apply, like how in a lab we will test any proposal. Then we will generalize with the other people, will the people in their office or people in the outside world. But I request everyone, you just please write in your notebook in the two relationships where you want to reflect on the next whatever the proposals we'll discuss next 1.5 hour, 1 hour. Hope everyone has written the two relationships. Close your eyes and bring that relationship in mind. And next, I request, don't go out of that relationship. Try to apply whatever the proposal in that relationship. The first proposal we will discuss is that assurance on the intent. What does it mean? Let us see. I request everyone to actively participate with the chart. Everyone, I will ask 4 questions. You have 3 options: yes, no, don't know, or maybe. Okay, you have 3 options: yes, no, maybe. Okay, please, for every question, everyone please type your answer on the in the chat box. Okay, please give your best and let's see what the fun. Okay, hope everyone is ready with your chat box. The first question: I want to make myself happy. I want to make myself happy always. It's a wish. Okay, please enter into the chat box. मैं हमेशा खुद को खुशी रखना चाह रहा हूं. Maybe my Hindi will be little thing, but bear with my Hindi. Okay. Okay. Most of the people saying yes, 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 yes. The second question: I want to make others happy. I wish to make others happy. Yes, no, don't know. Okay. Please, everyone type. Please participate actively. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Very nice. So yes, most of the people are saying yes, isn't it? Now let me ask you the third question. Is the other person want make himself or herself happy? दूसरा आदमी खुद को खुशी रखना चाह रहा है क्या? Is the other person wants make himself or herself happy? Okay, few people yes, maybe. Okay, so yes, maybe, don't know. Okay, please everyone participate. Okay, so we'll come to this. The fourth question, very important question. Is other person wants to make me happy? दूसरा आदमी आपको खुशी रखना चाह रहा है क्या? The other person wants to make myself happy or me happy. Maybe, okay, maybe not to people know. Okay, interesting. 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 Okay. Okay. So few people are no, few people are saying yes. Okay. So somehow I am not able to look at that your answers. Bhaiya, is the PPT visible?
You need to share again.
Okay.
Under share tray. share desktop. Yes, it's fine.
Yes. Interesting. The fourth question is mostly people saying don't know, no as that. Sir, I want to pay your attention to these all the four questions again. You see that the first two questions, most of the people clearly say that yes, I want to make myself happy, I want to make others happy. It's very clear. But look at the other two questions. For example, if 1,000 people are attending now this webinar, now for you, the all the other, is it not the like all the other people are the others? If you see that others answer for first two questions is clearly yes. Now let us see that in reality, the third question and fourth question is exactly like first and second questions. But first and two questions for keeping yourself in the point of view, the third and fourth is the other. If you see that second question, like I want to make others happy. Now the others, like almost 999 people are saying that they also want to make the other person happy. But if when I'm asking you, you are not able to say, yes, the other person wants to make me happy. If you see it here, why this, we are not able to say the other intents for my happiness confidently, like how we are able to say that I want to make others happy. This is the crux. Okay, let me ask you another set of four questions. I am able to make myself happy always. Please type, everyone, please participate. Yes, no, don't know. Are you able to make yourself happy always? The second question, are you able to make others happy always? Always is very important. Are you able to make others happy always? No, no, no. Badhiya? Okay. No? Okay. The fourth question, the third question, do you think that other is able to make himself or herself happy always? Okay, don't know, no. Okay, many things. Please, everyone participate. Fourth question is very important one. Is other is always able to make you happy always? Ye to definitely no. Okay. No, no, no. Okay. Okay. Sir, if you're able to see this, there's a pattern in all the four questions that what is highlighted and underlined. In the first set of the question, all the four questions are at the level of the wish, the want level. In the second set of the question, all the four questions are the ability, that ability to fulfill that wish. However, I want to make myself happy, but in reality, I am not able to make myself happy. However, I want to make others happy, in reality, I am not able to make others person happy. You see that what is a natural desire I have, and what is that my ability of fulfilling that desire. If you are able to look at it in your own life, this reality, you can clearly see that if the other person in your relationship is happening the same, that however other person intends for your happiness, but he is not able to live accordingly. The intent and competence, if you see that, unfortunately, we are suspecting the intent of the other person. But in reality, the issue with the competence of the other person. Let us understand this little more with certain examples. So please everyone reflect in your own life in that relationship which is close to you. In day-to-day situations, the how we look at situation, if anything happening with us, and when it's same thing is happens with the other person, how we say something or react. Now, he or she broke a glass. The glass broke by accident. तुमने किया है, तुमने गिरा दिया, मेरे से हुआ है. He or she came late. I got late. She shouted at me, or he shouted at me. Sorry, I was tired, so I spoke a little bit harshly. If you see these three scenarios, if it is happening with you, how we are interpreting that situation. If it is happening with the other person, how we are interpreting. What is happening, when it is mistake is happening by you, you are not suspecting your intent. You are clear that, it's my lack of my understanding. My competence is the issue. But when it is happening with the other person, you did it intentionally. Are we doing like that in our day-to-day situations, in our closest relationships? If you see that, how we processing in our head in relationships, if when mistake I am doing it even 100 times, I never doubt my intent. Na? By mistake it has happened, by accident it happened. Sorry यार, गलती से हो गया, देखा नहीं. We may do wrong things and we may say wrong things, but after 2-3 days we feel that, अरे यार, I shouldn't have say like that. Why? But if you see with the other person, whenever other person same thing happens with it, we doubt intent of the other person and we conclude that other person is doing intentionally. What with all the 4 questions I'm trying to help you is that, can we see that we are confusing with this competence? The issue is with the competence, not with the intent. The law is that in nature, whenever you suspect intent of the other person, you feel anger, irritation, opposition. Is that? Can we realize this reality? Let us reflect in your personal life, in your that closest relationships you have. Whenever there is an issue is happening, are we able to separate issue and the individual? On what we are talking more? About the person or about the issue? You did like that, you are that kind of person, you always do like this. Where we really stuck with? What is happening is that the moment we are suspecting others' intent, then law, the natural law is work that we are reacting to that situation because we are already victim of these negative emotions, that anger, irritation, feeling of opposition. Can you, when you see that, when we shout, when we scold, or when we, when we do any these reactions in that relationships, are we really aware that why I am doing what I am doing, the purpose of the action? If you see that most of the times when we react, when we get angry, in especially closest relationships, what we are trying to say that please don't do this, because it leaves some damage or some wrong, it leaves some pain, isn't it? But you see that you speak all kind of things except these 2 words or except these 2 meet this purpose, isn't it? So now I want everyone, you to reflect with honesty. Where are you in that closest relationships? Are we able to see that the issue with the other person is issue with the competence of the other person, not the intent? Or are we doubting intent of the other and reacting? Where are you? The proposal is doubting on the intent is the major reason and conflict in our challenges in relationship. You just check. So the proposal is, if you are able to focus on the competence of the other person, like how you focus naturally on your competence, we can easily see that we acknowledge that the problem is due to lack of competence, not lack of intent. And we can clearly see that either he has the difficulty in understanding or I may have the difficulty in explaining. We can clearly, this clarity helps us to put our efforts to improve the other person's competence with positive feeling. It's not that right now we are not improving the other person's competence, but we end up boiling inside with that negative feeling we are doing that. Hence, the friction is high in relationships. It naturally, when I have this positive feeling with the clarity that issue with the other person is with the competence, not with the intent, the assurance on intent helps me to take the responsibility in that situation. Sir, everyone, I'm requesting, just reflect that what does it mean? What do we mean by responsibility? Is that if you are clearly see that what is the purpose of that relationship, that are we asking this question in every interaction, that what is my goal, as what we discussed just in the starting of the session, that are we really mindful that this complementarity, this mutual fulfillment is the goal in every interaction? If that is clear, if other has the more understanding, I will commit to understand from the other in that situation. If I have the greater clarity or the understanding, I will take responsibility for the other and commit to facilitate understanding in the other without becoming irritated. Right now, what is happening? The moment you suspect others' intent, the boiling start in us. You know, just see that. No? So there is a movie dialogue. No? The biggest battle we are fighting is with the closest people. Let us just see that our closest people, whenever this bitter situation comes, what is this boiling inside? Now I'm asking you this, I'm putting for you for your honest feedback thing. Where are you? Are you in the right side or left side? Please read the slide and respond in the chat. Where are you? Right side or left side? If it is right side, can you ask yourself, am I really seeing this reality that the issue with the other person is with the competence, not the intent? So here I'm stopping. So if any questions I would like to take at this point. Bhaiya, can I somehow?
I think there is no questions. Or they were because of discussion going on.
Okay, so can we? Can I request any questions? Why I'm not able to see the questions?
Yeah. No questions have come because
Okay.
they are this response has come under Q&A, na?
Okay.
Yeah. There is no question.
Okay.
I have seen only response has come against
Okay.
your discussion. Yeah.
Okay. So can I take any questions on the content what we discussed till now, on the proposal that the assurance on others' intent helps us to respond, suspecting on others' intent, not able to see the issue with the competence, makes us to react. Any questions one can type, or we can go ahead if you don't have any questions, if you're clear about the concept. Is Dr. Neeraj is the last post buyer? So I just want to confirm that I'm able to see this. If any question.
With post time is also coming.
Okay. So somehow I am not able to see after 12:19.
Okay. I will
Okay.
read few questions. I got it.
Please, it would
Yeah.
be helpful somehow.
How can we divert our mind from negative thinking to positive thinking immediately? Any help?
Sir, right now, are we able to ensure positive feeling? That is very important. Right now, there are many negative stuff. There are many negative thoughts. There are many things. Now here, if you are able to, clear, assure about the reality, the principle, then naturally that triggers positive feeling in us. So I request to stress, to focus on the clarity, that the kind of clarity we have, that triggers either positive or negative emotion or feeling in us. If you have the clarity, then you will be with that positive feeling. Then you will be able to respond to the given situation. Right now, what is happening is that lack of our competence, we are lack of my understanding, the way I'm looking at that, the situation is triggering certain negative emotions in me and negative feelings. Hence, I'm reacting. Can we see that? Yes, the issue, there is an issue with the other person. Other person is doing some wrong thing. Other person saying some wrong stuff. What are you doing? If other person is coming like with a fire, how I am acting? I'm acting like a petrol or I'm acting like a water. So that is the result of my clarity, my understanding, isn't it? It's my incompetence, to get affected by the incompetence of the other person. That's what it's been telling in this course, that the right understanding, my clarity helps to ensure this positive feeling. If I'm able to see that in that situation, it is because lack of the competence of the other person. I will tell one personal thing. So one of my uncle, so they're very well to do. So a very, like, I think they're 35, 36 years marriage life. There's I think they're old people. They're retired in that. So he admitted in the hospital with the stress and this psychological thing. So when we went to see him, so we asked that, what happened, uncle? Like, what really happened? So he said that, look, nowadays your auntie, the way she's talking is really hurting me, and that. And when after the certain conversation, I asked that is it what she's saying, is that giving pain, or the way you are interpreting what she's saying, is giving pain? Then immediately she told that, no, how we can say like that? No, this she's saying like this. Okay, let's uncle like think that okay, some other person like think that some other person, maybe a child or a person who may not have that is conscious good mind. If he's saying the same words, will it hurt you like this? If you see that here, after 35 years of relationship, even we can see that the lack of assurance on the other's intent by suspecting the other's intent, how one is reacting inside, and clearly see that. Even in our, you also can think about in our life. Now, when you have a very bitter experience with someone, that we may think, na, that I will do that, this, and 100 negative stuff. I will show who I am, and I will teach him a lessons, that, this. After 1 hour, you might drop that idea, or leave it, that fellow, that let him. If you see that this 1 hour, who is in boiling inside, who is in that turmoil, is me or the other person. So the proposal is that it's lack of my understanding, the way I am looking at things, the way how I am projecting, that leading me that negative emotions. Sir, any other questions? We'll see the next proposals, then we'll get much more clarity on this.
Okay. Few questions are there. How to make myself free from doubting others?
So, okay. But you read the questions, then I will take it as a group so that it helps me.
Why the intention of other person is misunderstood? Second question. Then how can I control other person? Third question. And that's all I think. There are
okay. Okay. So let's understand about this content little more so that we'll get more clarity on that. Then I'll stop it in some other place. Then we'll spend most of the time in the question and answers cumulatively. Hope you are able to ask yourself this question sincerely, where I am, at least with the closest relationships. Am I able to respond in the given situation? I'm able to see that the other person's competence is the issue, or somewhere are we doubting the intent of the other? Sir, what is happening, that as most of the people are faculty, and we are in this teaching thing, generally what is the right thing most of the times. But however, our own people at home, we see the struggle. The other is not listening, or other don't want to listen. Hence, our boiling, our mood, our feeling. So there is a saying, if there is two containers, two glasses, and one glass content needs to go to in another glass, first this upper glass should not shake, isn't it? Now, if this upper glass where there is a content, if it is itself is shaking, can we really transfer? Can we really help the other person? Can we really that? Let us ask this question sincerely. If I myself is reacting, and how I can help the other person? In some other case, we will say that no, I should not react. I should not shout. I should not either reacting outside or reacting inside. Both are dangerous. Some people may not react outside, but they are reacting inside, and it's spoiling their health. At home, we'll say that no, like this is bahut ho gaya, I had enough. Now from tomorrow onwards, I will try to explain. I try to respond. I try to talk nicely. And what we say like 2-3 times, and we'll say that very nicely we talk. So when something is not happening, slowly our voice increases. Then we'll shout. Hope you are able to relate this. Why we are doing, why we are reacting? If you ask ourselves, clearly we see that now most of the time we are not aware. Yesterday Hari was stressing on this. Are we really aware that what I am saying and why I am saying in that moment? Are we really aware about our thoughts, our purpose? When we are conditioned mind, when we are operating, immediately we are reacting. Like how there is a tasty food, when we are conscious enough, immediately my hand is going there and we are eating. Then I'm regretting that I shouldn't have do like that. Same way, you are not mindful about my purpose, why I need to respond in that relationship, and the clarity. For example, the other intends my happiness, the clarity on the principle. When you are not clear on that, then we react. But if you are mindful enough, and if you are clear on the perspective, then you can respond. This is we can able to see in ourselves. If you see that in improving the other person competence, where we most of the time get irritation and anger, or that the other is not understanding. So unfortunately, other also is thinking the same. And second general question comes in the workshops, sir, 200 times I told him, but still he is not understanding. How many times you should say? If a person is don't want to understand, how we can say that other person intends that? So all these questions generally come. So I want to pay attention here little more. So there are two things, sir, in the person, even in us. In Hindi, we say this two words, yogyata, patrata. That ability to do or execute and ability to receive that. Generally, we don't consider these two, sir, with the people. That's why we get irritated, anger and reactions happens. The first question I'm asking is that when we are communicating something to the other, are we really able to see that, am I communicating in such a way that they receive it, or they're able to receive? Generally, we don't ask this question. 100 times you are telling, 100 times you are telling is in the way the other person understand, or in the way you are comfortable, or the way you know. Mostly we are telling from the space that the way what is comfortable to me, the way I know. We may not be able to say that, understanding how much the other person can receive and then communicating it something. Generally in the face-to-face workshops, I ask someone that to guide me to their address. People say, if at all, if I ask you that you guide me to your place, and people very nicely say that, sir, please come to the bus stand, or like take the auto, come to this so and so street, so and so nagar, or so and so landmark, and come and call me. And people very nicely tell the address, but they don't ask, sir, where are you? Same thing, is it not we are doing in our relationships? Without knowing where other person is, we are able to communicate what we are want to that, then complaining that other is not understanding. The second thing is that our expectation, that are we expecting beyond what other person is not capable of? Are we over evaluating or under evaluating the competence of the other person? The third part, we may be expecting that the other should do what I like or what I feel good, rather than what is the right thing. So this is the space where we are in, caught ourselves in the problem. That's why we react when we don't consider about these two elements. Second thing, that in that relationship, are we really taking the responsibility? In that closest relationships, Yes, other person don't know. If you are saying that other person is not understanding, you know that what is the right thing. Who should have the more responsibility? The person who knows what is right or the person who doesn't know? But we complain about them. And then we end up into the argument. Sir, unfortunately, we are winning the argument in that situation, but we are losing the person, isn't it? If I have the clarity that the relationship is important, if I have this clarity that the other's lack of understanding is the result of his action. If we're clear about it, then can we really afford to do this kind of things? You are winning the argument but missing the person. In life, he's not ready to listen from you. So I want everyone to do a mental exercise just to keep it now, but you do it little later, but next in a couple of minutes. So I requested one or two relationships you apply. So think about the one issue in your closest relationship, that relationship, one challenge you are facing or you want to address with that particular in that relationship. Please, everyone, take the pen and paper and do it. If you are not carrying pen and paper, at least in the mobile or in that whatever the device you are using, please type it. I am asking, if you were to take 100% responsibility, what is the specific action you will do? Please write. Just write one line. What is the one thing? If you are taking 100% responsibility, what is the one action you can do? Please write. Again, I'm asking, if you were to take 100% responsibility, what else action you can do? Can you please write? One more. If you, in that relationship. Please, everyone, write it. It's a very significant insight will come. Okay, let me ask you again. If you were to take 100% responsibility, what else you can do? Third, please write. Sir, do this activity, and you see that the possibility. When you are writing this, you are not focusing on what is the issue. You are not focusing on what are the things that not work well. You are trying to force yourself to see the possibility in that relationship when you take 100% responsibility. So the conclusion is that the feeling of trust, the word trust here we are using with a definite meaning, don't use in the day-to-day language. The vishwas, विश्व जैसा है वैसा अस्वस्थ होना in Hindi, है ना? Being assured about how things are, that the feeling of trust can be experienced. When this feeling comes, when we have assurance that others intends for my happiness. This is foundational in any relationship. Assurance on the other intent is the starting point in any mutual development process, in any relationship. It is very important, sir. So there are two components. One is that intent and competence. The proposal is the intent of the other person is like intent of mine. The other's intent is okay. Issue is with the competence. The competence, my competence is the result of what kind of exposure I got in my life, what kind of guidance I got, and what kind of effort I put in doing the right things. The other person competence is the result of the what kind of exposure guidance he got in his life and what he's been practicing. The issue when we see that behavior is the result of the other person understanding. My behavior is the result of my understanding. If you see this reality, then we can easily see that the other person, you know, intends for my happiness. When I see this reality, naturally we'll clearly see that the competence, hence we will evaluate the competence of the other person. I am not saying this blind trust. I'm saying assurance on the intent, but we evaluate the competence of the other person. That is the important. When I have the assurance on the intent, I feel naturally related to the others, and I will make program with the others on the based on right evaluation for mutual competence. It is very important. I don't open my door and go like that. I understand that the person who is the thief or anyone, his understanding is very less. So I need to take care of myself. I am making my program on mutual competence, but the assurance on the intent is very, very important. Then only we can properly pay attention to the competence. So the conclusion is that in case other is lacking competence, I make effort to assure the other at the feeling level, and I make effort to improve the other's competence. But please remind yourself, once we assure in relationship, then only. If I lack competence, I become ready to take help from the other to improve my competence. Generally, it is very difficult, because I am always right. So this is the proposal. It's very, very important and fundamental in understanding relationships. This you can clearly see when you evaluate yourself in your own life. When you doubt on the intent of the other, we assume the other person's competence as its intent issue, and we end up caught up in this negative feeling and reacting in that situation. So now I'm asking you where we should start. Is expecting demanding this feeling from the other, or you develop this clarity, hence have this feeling in you? So here I want to stop and take the questions. Please ask as any of your questions. Any question, it will be possible on the content we discussed. Any doubts, clarifications, anything is not clear. Bhaiya, can I?
Yes, yes. Can you read questions, or otherwise I will read?
No, you have to read, Bhaiya. I'm not able
Okay.
to read for some issue is there.
Okay. I will read. Why sometimes, in spite of no fault of yours, you become a victim of department politics?
But sir, I requested not to go outside, but okay. There are many things at home now, very nearby. Why we went to that? But I want to ask you, who choose to be in the department? Who choose to work there? Second, am I suspecting the intent of the other person there? So let us ask these questions. Then, yes, the other person's competence is low. There is an issue. Am I really taking responsibility? Yes, I may not address their competence, but however, do I have this clarity that the other person's incompetence is the reason for this behavior? With that clarity, we can clearly make our program. But I request, before go there, I request in this one or two closest relationships, there the questions will come in a very profound manner. Then I can answer. So then you can understand the law. Then you can apply this law anywhere. Bhaiya, can you ask the questions?
Yes. One question: how to manage relation with others after marriage?
Okay. What are the
Correct,
other
yes.
questions?
Ah.
So you ask that
One more question.
group of questions, then I will take.
Yes. How to bring the other person to one's level of competence to ensure effective teamwork? Okay. And there are discussion, not questions actually.
Okay.
Not much questions. Yeah.
Okay. 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 Let me come back to this. Let me bring this. Sir, generally where we do mistakes, especially the marriage thing has come, that what happens in this, especially this one of the very, very important relationship in marriage. What happens, sir? Before marriage, you see the conversations, and after marriage. Before marriage, if you go late or if someone did some mistake, we try to accommodate that. Our best person we try to show to other person. And after marriage, the words it comes and very loosely in many things. The way we react, the way things. So maybe you're coming from that, but it's not before or after marriage. But any relationship, even with our own kids or with our own near and dear people, what is happening that there are two important things missing. One is that when I'm interacting in that relationship, are we really aware that the purpose of that relationship, that interaction? Mostly that is missing. The second thing is that generally in face-to-face workshops, I do this activity. Generally, I give this a bowl of oil. We fill up to brim, like up to the top. Then I give it to people. You pass this vessel from one to one, and people very carefully hold it, and people very carefully hand over this to the other person. But if you ask that, if then I change that, then I give it in the water vessel, then I will give it to them, and people very easily pass it, very speed and very without much conscious about that. If you see this, even if you imagine that activity, what happening is that when that oil vessel I'm carrying, I am very much aware of consequences. If that oil spills, my clothes may get spoiled and the floor may get spoiled. I am very much aware that what is the consequence of this particular action. Now come back to our relationships. Are we really aware that what is the negative emotions, what it is feeling in our relationship, that words which are uttering were coming, are we really aware the consequence of it? And this is the thing that most of the time we lost that awareness in that relationship. We are operating very mechanically, very automatic manner, in a very habitual way we are acting it. When you don't really, the consequences not matter to you, when the purpose, we are not clear about your purpose of that relationship, then we fall into the trap, that habitual, that mechanical way of reactioning to that. So that's why yesterday Hari is again and again stressing, are we really doing this homework? That am I aware about that? The second point is, sir, how much value you are giving to yourself. That is very important. Right now, I am not giving value to my happiness. If I give my value to happiness, then I clearly see that now the relationship, the feeling in relationship is the source of the happiness, then can I afford to create this ripples, that negative reactions in the relationship? No. But right now, we assumed it, the happiness lies somewhere else. Hence, we taken for granted the relationships. I'll give another example which may be related. That you may be going to your college, like it's 8 o'clock or like early morning. That assume that like you have some important papers or that on the desk you put, and you did your homework or whatever that for that meeting, important meeting, either with your wife or with your kid. Something, either coffee or that something got spilled on that papers. What would be your reaction in that case? How wild it would be? Either it's a verbal or the physical action. Take the same scenario. You are in your office or that with your director or with your management. So the same way that your important papers are there, by mistake, something got spilled because of your authority or the management or your director. Will you react like that? No. There, I am very much aware about the consequence of my reaction. I may be reacting outside, I may be still I am reacting inside. Now let's reflect sincerely in a day how much time this reaction is happening inside and outside. Hence, we are damaging that relationship. Sir, if you see that the people at our home or the closest relationships, are we really close, or we are living, however, physically in one house, but at the emotion level, at the feeling level, are we really connected? Because of our reactions, because of the words we are uttering again and again, what is happening, sir? The psychological distance is getting, this distance is day by day growing, becoming big. You are thinking that I'm saying, I'm communicating, but that's not reaching because the distance is very high. We need to first reflect at that level, especially now. Am I reacting or responding in the situations, and what I'm achieving with my reactions? So that's what I'm really asking you, especially, sir, this anger. There is a saying in English that the anger is that something, that the emotion is that like we drink the poison by thinking other will die. Is that, isn't it? How much this for boiling is that? But why, if you ask this question, why we are getting agitated, that anger, why it is coming really? That if you see the proposal in front of you, don't believe it, you examine it. Any situation which is beyond our competence, any challenge comes to us, which exceeds, which demands more competence than we have, that time we get irritated, that time we get angry. What do you mean by that? Let me take two cases. Case one, a child might be crying, she's crying, and you go there and you want to address that. You showed her some toy or you played with that, you did something, she become calm. Case number two, a child is crying, she's crying. You tried many methods, you showed the you showed some scenario outside, you given a toy, or you played with her, or you giggled, or you tried to do so many things, but still she's crying. Generally, when you get irritated, when you get angry, in case one or case two? Clearly, it's case two. If you see that, if you closely examine this case, in case one also there is a problem, in case two there is a problem. But in case one, you figured it out, what is the problem, and you know how to address that. In case two, lack of my competence, I am not able to figure it out. What is the problem and how to address that? When my lack of my competence, when it exhibits outside, that time we get this frustrated and angry. The moment you see this reality, that it's me who is not able to address that issue, then we clearly take responsibility. Then we respond in the given situation. I want to think about you during the lunchtime. In a day, wherever you are, in the closest relationships, how much time you are reacting or responding? How much time you are using the language, what to do? How much time you are using the language, what not to do? The do's and don't language. In Hindi, we say Sardhaka Bhasha, Nirardhaka Bhasha. You see that whenever we are reacting, we might be using the Nirardhaka Bhasha, the language of complaint or language of the comment, language of the sarcasm. But when you respond, when you're able to see that what is my role in that situation, then it's very difficult to use that language. So now it comes to this. The questions you need to think in during lunchtime is that how many people in your life, in your relationships, either immediate or extended, do you have this assurance on their intent? Where you are putting effort, are you really putting efforts to improve the mutual competence, your competence as well as other competence, or you are getting irritated, angry, and feeling opposition in every challenging moment? So here, can you see that most of these problems, because of this reaction, because of this knee-jerk reaction is coming, is due to lack of understanding or due to lack of any material? Am I able to see that my intent clearly every time? That why I'm doing what I'm doing? That helps naturally to see others' intent. But I want to ask you yourself, how much time we are really aware that what is naturally acceptable to me? So, and also I want to invite a practice next 7 days. Everyone, please do this. I can promise that miracles will happen. Miracles. It happened in my life personally, I'm saying. Every day, end of the day, before you sleep, you pick one negative experience or any bitter experience or any situation you felt angry, irritated. Take one anything in the end of the day. Examine that your behavior or through lens of this whatever we discussed. That am I suspected others' intent or am I sure about others' intent? Am I able to see others' competence? Second, am I expecting more than what other can do or no? This is the second question. Am I able to communicate in the way others get it? You ask these questions yourself. So there are in the reflection sheet you will get everyone end of the day. You will ask these questions systematically yourself and see that what magic it comes. What kind of clarity you will get. 7 days you do it. I am promised that I can promise that something happens inside. A new, deeper understanding about yourself you'll get. So to conclude this session, before we go for lunch, what we've been discussing all these days is that person A, person B. I think Hari might be detailed discuss that ourself, when we say ourself, there are two parts. One is what I am, my desires, my thoughts, my choices, and what I really want to be, what we say natural acceptance. You see that at person A, person B, the difference is that what we are at this moment, our understanding, with that understanding, we are thinking about something and we are making certain choices, we are using certain words, that leading certain behavior. If you see the behavior of the other person, we get irritated in that. But what we need to see is that the natural acceptance. That's what we are saying, that the issue is not at the intent. That's everyone is same. Issue is at the competence level. What kind of assumptions I am holding? What is my conditioning? That if we understand this, then we can clearly talk about what needs to happen rather than what happened. Our language will change. The way we respond in the situations will change. Hence, our relationships flourish. Believe me, I am, when I got this understanding few years ago, when I try to practice this in a day, the way our life goes like a flow. In any challenge, it's not that I'm not saying the one challenges will come. In any challenge, you will stand on what is the right thing to do. The solution to, side you will think about. But what is happening now? There is a problem is coming in front of me. Lack of my understanding, I am becoming part of the problem rather than part of the solution. That's why this agitation inside. Especially, please reflect on the closest relationships, the relationship that matters to you. Are we responding? Are we reacting? What should be that? So can I take the questions here?
Yes. Okay. Let me search. How to give assurance to the person who do not want to listen to you and always stays in a suspect mode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions, sir?
Yeah, I'm checking. Which are the universal values? Trust, respect, happiness.
Sir?
Okay.
Okay.
Then again, same question. How can I control other person? Okay. One interesting question. If
Sir.
a colleague has not attended USB workshop, how can we convince them to maintain harmony in relationship?
Sir, you attended, na? First, at least, are we harmony in that relationship? Let us ensure that first, na? Let us ensure me. Sir, the important point is that to create mess, two people are required. But to start the solution and to make possible, to find the possibility in the situation, one person is enough, at least to start with. And if I have the clarity, we all are teachers, and we cannot live without helping the other person, without helping and other person understanding this clarity, isn't it? But if I am getting irritated by the other person, what it is saying? Sir, I am not saying that there is no problem. Problem is there. Now, while addressing that problem, what is my feeling? Am I able to separate the issue and individual? The clarity on this assurance and intent, focusing on the competence helps me to separate the issue and individual. I am dealing with the issue. And here too, while dealing the issue, I am trying to improve the competence of the other person. If my competence is too low, then I will maintain some distance, or I will take the necessary affirmative action. But I am not reacting. That is the point, sir. It's not that is the apathy. It's not the inaction. I will take necessary action, but with the clarity that I am able to clearly see that the issue with the competence of the other person, I am addressing the competence. I am not boiling. Right now, it's me boiling, sir, while addressing that. That feeling I am missing that lack of feeling. So for another question, let us ask this question sincerely, sir. Everyone, all our faculty, let us ask ourselves, why other person should listen to us? Why? Please type in the chat box. Or any family member, why they should listen to you? Bhaiya, can I see that response?
It's taking time for me to.
Okay. Sir, can you please type why other person should listen to you? Hope you all are typing, whoever is asking the question. Okay, let me ask you, let me answer this question. Sir, mostly when there is no structure, there is a reward or the punishment, the other person listens to you on two bases. One is that I am assuming that you know better than me, or you have more clarity, more understanding. Second, that I am able to see my feeling of relationship with you. At the feeling level, I am able to connect with you. And very important thing is that the second thing, that at the feeling level, I am able to see my relationship with you. If that is not there, then however knowledge you have, right now, sir, we are at the thought level, we are able to correction is happening, not at the feeling level. Naturally, what the mistake we do in our closest relationships is that we immediately want to correct it. First connect at the feeling level, then correct, because other person is able to provide that room for you to correct. Here logically, very answers will fit, but don't go logically and try to see in your own experience. Is it working? At the feeling, when you don't have this positive feeling, it's very difficult to connect with the other person. Then you correct. You see that, like when we go to doctor, why we take that pain, that injection, when we want to treat anything that the doctor writes, you do this, take this injection. Why? Well, we take that injection. Why we take that pain, which comes with that? When we have the clarity that it helps me to become better, isn't it? Second, also I believe that the other person, whatever is prescribed, it is it is good for me. Right now, in our closest relationships, is our actions are the history, whatever our history has, that is it really assuring that whatever you are saying, you are doing for their welfare, or the other person is thinking that this guy is there to stopping me, this guy is always do like this, always scolds me, always is that. Because of our communication, because of lack of connect at the feeling level, lack of using this language of what to do, the Sardhak Bhasha, that the damage is happening in that relationship. That's why the communication is not going properly, sir. I will tell one my personal example before I close this. So like I used to work in Indian Air Force before. Then I taken my shift in my career, I choose to be a teacher. Then I joined my master's in education, and then I continued my work with different organizations. So out of like I'm a non-vegetarian, but by choice I become vegetarian few years ago. But I got married, arranged marriage. So my wife is a non-vegetarian. So look, like me, who is the person who has a better clarity in the house. Now this person is taking the decision that behalf of the other, that look, for your health, if vegetarian is good for your health. Now I am making the choices every time, you know, what we should eat, and when we go to hotel, what should that. Like I'm a very little health conscious person because of my training in that yoga and many other disciplines. Like we celebrate birthday, I cook the cake rather than we brought that. So look, because I'm very much concerned about the health of the other person, but who should understand that I'm really concerned about that? The other person. But every time I'm never reached out the other person, what other person, you know, feels important, what other person is thinking, because I never listen to that. No? Every time I know what is right and I am doing it. Because of this, all the right things, what happened? We reach a state as a wife and husband. There's so much friction in that. I think that everything is going fine. I'm doing everything for the good. But what happened is that, sir, I am thinking that I'm doing the right thing and I'm doing the right thing for the other, but other never consider that is the right thing. Other is always feeling sense of hurt, sense of not respecting others' likes and dislikes. When I realized this, then I realized that, look, what is more important? Okay, the other person eating something junk food, it may be like some maximum what will happen, some diarrhea will happen, but it's a body. But at the level of self, there are some feelings, there are certain expectations in the other, and every time I'm hurting that feelings, then where the relationship is there? And when other person is not able to understand that I'm really taking the choices for their good, then what is the purpose of those choices? When I started realizing it, I could really see that right now it's me important that to communicate that I'm listening to the other person. I am respecting other person likes and dislikes. When I started doing that, sir, when I started doing that, our communication is really much improved. I'm able to listen what she's really saying. When other person understood that I am caring that relationship and I'm caring the other person, when other person is able to understand that, slowly other person also started listening to me and what I am trying to say. And now if you see in our family, the choices are, it's not that other person changed, but other person started respecting what you are trying to say and making the preference accordingly. I told example for to communicate a concept. Example is not important. Now come back to that. In our relationship, are we really listening to the other person, what other person is saying, or listening to other person feelings, listening to other what other person value, or we are downloading that before other person concludes his statement, we are concluding it and we are saying something. And are we other person assured that whatever you are doing is better, is good for the other, or I am only thinking that? Let's examine this. Let's ask ourselves these two things, sir, these two activities, listening and say using this language of do's. Why it is so much struggle in our closest relationships? Because this feeling, at the feeling level, somewhere the feeling is missing. We are not able to see this reality. That one principle, we say that the assurance of others' intent is very important, which is foundational in relationships. In evening sessions, we deal other feelings is that so now it's 1:32, so but I should stop here. So if any questions, please come with these questions afternoon. We'll try to take questions together. Please reflect. I think I request every faculty, please reflect. Now we have 1 hour plus. That will help us. Bhaiya, back to you.